In this video, we'll graph the function f of x equals 5 sine of pi over 4 times x minus 2 plus 3. So it's gonna, while we are graphing it, we are also gonna keep an eye on the function g of x equals sine of x, because there are gonna be many similarities between these two functions. Only there are a few transformations that we probably already noticed, like we're gonna shift 2 units to the right, then we are gonna move up 3, and so on. So let's find some of the information that we need for function f of x. So first of all, the amplitude, it's 5. The amplitude is the number that we have in front of the function. The period is, well, the period of function sine of x is 2 pi. So in this case, the period is going to be 2 pi divided by the number that we have after sine, but before the parentheses. So it's divided by pi over 4, so that's 2 pi times 4 over pi, so that's equal to 8. The scale is period over 4, which in this case is going to be 8 over 4, which is 2. Now, the scale of sine of x, it's pi over 2, because the major values are 0, pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, 2 pi. So in this case, they are going to be 0, 2, 4, 6, and so on. So let's start by graphing sine of x, just to have an idea of how it looks like. So we have 0, pi over 2, we have pi, we have 3 pi over 2, and we have 2 pi. And then the amplitude, it's 1 and negative 1. So sine of 0 is 0, sine of pi over 2 it's 1, sine of pi it's 0, sine of 3 pi over 2 is negative 1, and sine of 2 pi is 0. So the graph of sine of x looks like this. So this graph of 5 sine of pi over 4 times x minus 2 plus 3 is going to have a similar shape, but we are going to have to make some transformations. So let's make a coordinate plane, x, o, y, and now we start at 0, and then the scale is 2, so we go 2, 4, 6, 8. These are similar with the values that we had here, but in our case the scale is different. Then the amplitude is 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. Then we have to shift the x values 2 units to the right. So basically, the actual points that we are going to use for f of x are going to start at 2, right? 0 plus 2, and then 2 plus 2, 4, and 6 plus 2, and 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, and we have this one more. So we don't start at the origin because we shifted 2 units to the right. Then this value here, the 3, is up 3 units because it's plus 3. So we go 3 more units from 5, that's 8. So our original point, we're just taking a look at these values here. I'm going to highlight them in blue. These are the values that we are going to follow. So the original value for sine of x would be at 0. Now our starting point is at 2, and then because 5 sine of pi over 2 of x minus 2 at 2 is going to be 0, we add the 3 that we have. So instead of going to 0, we go 1, 2, 3 points up because of the plus 3. Then at pi over 2, now our new point, it's 4. So at pi over 2, it would go to 1. In our case, at 4, it should go to 5. But we have to add plus 3, so it goes up to 8. 6, it's our third point, right? So I'm here at my third point. So I'm looking at the graph of sine, and the third point, it's at pi. So it should be at 0, but because we have plus 3, I should go up to 3 and bubble that. Now the 8 value, it coincides with the 3 pi over 2. So a 3 pi over 2 is negative 2. If our function was without plus 3, we would go to negative 5 for 8. But because we have to go plus 3, we'll go 3 more units, so we'll go at negative 2. And the last point, it's a 2 pi, it's 0. But in our case, it's plus 3, so we would have this. Now I'm going to connect these dots so that we are drawing the graph of sine. So it's going to look like this. And we graph it, and we can also draw a conclusion that the midline, the line that is just in the middle, is y equals 3. We have 5 units up and 5 units down from 3. So I hope this helps.